Alex Watson, Major, Central Service Area.
Major, can you give us an idea what happened here and when did it happen?
Yeah, okay, so good afternoon. About 3:41 p.m. this afternoon, officers with the Westover Division was dispatched to the 2600 block of South Boulevard on a report of an ADW, assault with a deadly weapon. When they got to the scene, they located the victim suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. That victim was transported to the hospital where he's currently being treated. Just so you know, that victim is a juvenile, but obviously we cannot reveal that victim's identity.
Can you say how old he is?
No, sir, I cannot at this time.
Okay.
Do y'all have any idea what might have caused the shooting? Was it road rage? Was it gang-related?
At this time, members of our homicide unit and crime scene are currently processing the scene here as well as the hospital where the victim is currently at. We don't have any information as far as circumstances right now, but at this time I'm relatively confident in telling you that this is not a random act of violence. And as more information develops, we will be releasing that at a later date.
I would assume, given where it happened, that there might be some cameras or otherwise to be able to help you guys?
Obviously, that's part of the processing part of the investigation with homicide and crime scene, canvassing the area. We want to also encourage members of the community to please call Crime Stoppers with any information that may lead to an arrest. That number is 704-334-1600.
This juvenile, and I know you can't say much about him, can you at least tell us whether this is anyone you guys have encountered before?
He's an individual known to the division.
Was he old enough to drive?
I cannot release that information at this time.
What made you think that it wasn't a random act of violence, just because he's an individual known to the department already?
Sir, obviously that's a part of the investigation that at this time we cannot reveal. Obviously, you got to understand that this type of investigation is very sensitive, and we can't do anything to jeopardize that at this time.
Let me ask you this, because obviously this is South and Remount. This is a very busy part of town. Can you talk about how reckless, I assume that this obviously put a lot of people in danger.
Obviously, first and foremost, it's the holiday weekend, and this is a relatively dense area of South Boulevard, as you can see, with the surrounding apartments and businesses and everything. Obviously, I think you used the right term, reckless. That's why it's even more important that we get the individuals responsible for this in custody. So any information will be valuable for this investigation.
How many people were in the vehicle that was struck at the time?
That I don't have that information at this time.
But the juvenile was in the back seat, you believe? Or?
I can't reveal all those details about the scene, sir.
Can you say whether the juvenile was driving or was somebody else driving?
I don't have that information. Even if I did, I couldn't disclose it at this time.
All right, gentlemen, the major has a crime scene to supervise and overlook. So at this point in time, do we have any last question that we want to ask the major? Okay.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.